I did consider going to grad school for playwriting. And a lot of that had to do with getting enough time and space to focus on my writing. But I also was a person who kind of had a non-traditional path to playwriting. I started later in life, and at that point had a full-time job and a fairly comfortable lifestyle that I had. And I kind of felt that pursuing grad school at that point in my career was probably not the right path for me.
So I started my career in education. So I already had a master's degree in secondary education. And my assumption was that MFA playwriting programs also were as expensive as my graduate program in education. And I did not have the $30,000 to do that again, nor did I really want to. And then when I became involved in the playwriting world and met other writers who had gone to some of these top MFA playwriting programs like Iowa and Juilliard, they told me, oh, these are actually free. And that made me very excited. And I thought, oh, maybe I should go do that. But then when I asked them, like, is this an opportunity? Like, you take classes, you learn how to be a playwright, because I have never actually taken formal classes. And they explained to me, like, no, it's actually very similar to the fellowships that we're all in together now anyways, where you're just sharing work and getting feedback from your peers and a facilitator. And so that kind of dampened my enthusiasm around going to grad school.
One of the biggest, most revolutionary ways for me was mentorship. Seeking out professional mentors who I knew were killing the game as playwrights to invest in me and pour into me. Naomi Izuka and Deborah Stein took me under their wing and gave me so many tools and so many resources, and they made themselves so available to me. And if I could give any piece of advice to anyone trying to do this thing as a multi-hyphenated artist or just a writer, period, find your people. Find someone who is going to invest in you. Find someone who does not mind taking time out of their busy schedules to pour into you. Mentors are everywhere. You just got to seek them out.
So what I've done to build my playwriting knowledge base have really been the basics of like reading plays and also going to play readings. And especially play readings, because those are really about new plays, and you can learn a lot from reading the classics and from Shakespeare. But reading new plays and listening to new plays, you really learn a lot about how audiences react to both readings as well as like going to productions and seeing how they react to productions as well.
Most of the ways came from the different fellowships I was involved in at Soho Rep, at the Public, at Playwrights Realm, at Primary Stages, from both the facilitators and my peers in those fellowships. I was able to get direct feedback on my work, learn from the way other people write.
So for me, the way I gained practical experience as a playwright without going to grad school had to do with joining a writers group. I was lucky enough to be part of the Public Theater's inaugural Emerging Writers Group. And I feel like there I really learned how to develop plays, talk about new play development. I was also very quickly immersed into the industry in terms of meeting new directors and literary managers and artistic directors. And I really felt I got like a comprehensive boot camp of new plays and new play development.
The way I gained practical experience was by using opportunities that had low or no barriers. My first writing group at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater was open to anyone who wanted to join. And at the end of the year, we were able to present a scene to a live audience with real actors. That was absolutely vital. I did a few other things like that, including the Classical Theater of Harlem's monthly playground. We were able to just submit a scene and work on it for one day. I know places like the Dramatist Guild Foundation has a lottery where once a month, anyone's play can be presented as a reading to the public. The most important thing is that you get an opportunity to hear your words in actors' mouths and see the audience respond. It's not important if it's prestigious or fancy at all.
Once you write the thing, I say get people together to read the thing and give you feedback on the thing. There is so much beauty to be found in just hearing your work out loud. You learn so much about it, and it's easy. You can get together in your living room, you know, someone's house, boom, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Another thing I love about my practice is just sending my play out to actors, because they make some of the best dramaturgs and they give the best feedback, because again, they're out in the field doing the thing.
I think one of the advantages of not going to grad school, particularly not going directly from college, is that I had the opportunity to just live a lot of life. I've had a very vast variety of experiences in life, ranging from teaching to dog rescue to living abroad to being a foster parent, lots and lots of different things. And I will absolutely tell you that I have never once had writer's block.
I think that the benefits for me in terms of the path that I chose was that I was able to kind of cobble together my own MFA grad program by being in writers groups, developmental opportunities, especially some of the programs that I was involved with in the Playwrights Realm, particularly. And I think doing all of that, and the fact that I didn't really have to spend any money or much money at all to partake in those, it really kind of just helped me establish my career.
The biggest piece of advice I can give to writers who are not going to grad school and don't have access to those resources is to apply to that fellowship, apply to that residency, apply to that writers group. There is a plethora of opportunities out there for us to not only write, but to get paid to write. Unlike grad school does not pay you to write, but these fellowships will.
My key piece of advice is to find your people anyways. You don't need an MFA program to find your fellow playwrights, but you do need to find your fellow playwrights. You can do that through free writers group. You can do it online. You can do it by being out there in the theater, going to plays, but find your people. They are going to be what supports and inspires you on this writing journey.
I think that it is totally okay to not go to grad school for playwriting. I'm a living testament of having no MFA and still having a career in playwriting. I think it's completely up to you. And I think that as a playwright, it's really all about your plays. It's as long as you focus on writing your plays and writing strong plays, I think everything else will follow.